Chapter 2, Cell Biology and Organization. Cell is the basic units of living things, or fundamental units of living things. The most basic one that build up the living things. For example, we have humans. If we look at our hand, our finger, what is the basic unit that build up that finger? It's a cell. This cell tu yang paling asas sekali, yang membina, struktur asas yang membina jari jemari kita tu. Build up our finger, our hand, our nose, our ears. Okay, jadi sel paling asas sekali. Jadi bila sebut studium biology ni, supposedly you bila dengar the word cell, directly you can imagine the structure, basic units yang build up, yang been arranged from one cell to another cell up until they become the tissue. The tissue, they have a combination with the other tissue there, it become an organ. The organ functions in relation with other organ, they become the system. The system, they become the organism itself. In example here, we have houses. House been built up using the brick bata. Jadi brick tu been arranged from one to another, one brick to another brick to another brick, been arranged by workers ni, buruh ni akan susun one by one up until they become the wall. Jadi wall tu combine with another wall, they become compartment inside the houses. And then they have a roof, they have a toilet, they have a kitchen, they have a bedroom, okay, they have a dining room, up until fully become house. Jadi perkara paling asas sekali untuk bina rumah ni, untuk build up houses ni, dia mestilah gunakan brick tu. Kemudian brick tu disusun pula, arrange one brick, kemudian cement, another brick, cement, another brick, up until they become one wall. Kemudian dia been arranged to another one wall, another one wall, another one wall. Okay. Sama juga macam organism. For example, we have plant. Jadi this plant, for example, we take a leaf, one leaf. Build up leaf ni, there must be a basic structure dia, fundamental unit to build the plant. Okay, to have that plant, that is the cell. The cell been arranged one to another one to another one up until they are forming the leaf. Okay, they are forming the leaf. That is for the introductions. What is cell? We need to understand cell. Kamu student biology kena faham cell tu apa. Then we move to animal cell versus plant cell. Kita nak bezakan antara animal cell dengan plant cell. Jadi bila kita faham tentang animal dengan plant cell ni, ini adalah categorical for the living things. Okay, categorical for living things. Cikgu tak nak cerita lebih-lebih tentang microorganism, tentang protista, tentang fungi. That one dia in the different categorical. Animal ni basically yang besar-besar lah, yang besar-besar sebenarnya. Tapi ada juga contoh, example in the textbook ni, they consider amoeba and paramecium as animals. Jadi kita ikut je lah, jangan pening kepala. Cikgu pun ikut je lah. Walaupun dia quite different in the categorical of animals ni, animalia, kingdom animalia ni, dia quite different. Tapi tak apalah, jangan pening kepala, we follow textbook. That is the best way lah to avoid headache. Daripada kita pening kepala fikir tentang perkara yang luar daripada silibus kamu ni, baik kita fokus on textbook sahaja. Jadi kita ada animal cell and plant cell. Jadi animal ni, they have a characteristic of the animal. The easiest one characteristic of animals ni, they move very fast. They have a response toward the stimulus very fast to avoid danger, to get foods. Jadi dia pergerakan dia cepat. Compare to plant cell, dia still move tapi dia very slow. Okay, they moving toward the stimulus ni, toward the needs is very slow. For example, the root will growing towards the nutrient, tapi slow lah, it take time for them to move. And then we have the leaf that will grow towards the sun, toward the sunlight, but it will growing in the very slow phases. Of course, they have a certain plant that very unique. They move very fast like animals, but we still consider them as a plant, especially when they have the chloroplast, where they have a green pigment, chlorophyll, that can process the photosynthesis, that can have the photosynthesis process, okay, untuk menjalankan photosynthesis. Animals, we cannot do photosynthesis. That is a very different process, okay, that specialized for the plant. That is the basic understanding or introductions on the animal cell versus the plant cell. Before we go deeper and deeper on the animal and plant cell, of course we need to see the structure first. Okay, the structure, of course you can go to page 24 and page 26 for plant and animal cells. Quite different lah ya. Cikgu lukis ni dengan buku teks ni dia berbeza sedikit lah, tapi basically dia nak menunjukkan yang sama. Dan kamu tengok dalam buku teks, plant cell dengan animal cell pun tak semestinya keadaan dia macam tu ya. Ada animal cell dia bergerak, dia motal, dia ada tail yang membantu dia untuk pergerakan dia. Contohnya sperm is animal cell lah, dia bergerak. Jadi kalau kita tengok kat sini, animal cell yang dilukis di sini tak sama lah. Contoh lagi sel lain macam mana? Red blood cell kan bentuk dia concave, dia tak sama juga. Jadi different kind of cell, different dia punya structure. Jadi don't worry too much lah. Kalau kamu tengok dalam buku teks tak sama dengan cikgu lukis, don't worry too much. Of course the cell itself is different from one cell to another cell. Leukocyte of course different from the red blood cell. White blood cell mestilah berbeza dengan red blood cell. Jadi yang pentingnya kita tahu that structure and how it look like. Macam mana dia punya bentuk dia tu. Jadi we need to go one by one to the component of the cell. Okay, certain books, the previous textbook they're using the word organelle, but right now your textbook they're using the component of the cell, part of the component of the cell. Jadi kita ikutlah. Jadi cikgu pun ikutlah buku teks ni. Tak naklah pening-pening kepala kan fikir tentang buku yang selain daripada buku teks ni. Okay, we try to name the structure of the plant cell and animal cell. We have the mitochondria. Yang first one ni mitochondria. This one lah mitochondria. Ni kamu nampak sini adalah mitochondria. Okey, kemudian kita ada Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus. Jadi this one adalah Golgi apparatus. You need to make sure that you familiarize, sesuaikan diri. Cikgu sebut salah kan, pronunciation biasalah. Familiarize with the structure of the Golgi apparatus. Okay, Golgi apparatus. This one is Golgi apparatus. Both present in the Golgi apparatus present both for the plant cell and animal cell. And then we have the plasma membrane. Okay, this is the structure of the plasma membrane. Similar with the plant cell, the inner side ni is the plasma membrane. Kalau bahasa Melayu membrane cell lah kan. Dia ada juga cell membrane dipanggil. Okay, cell membrane. And then lysosome. Jadi lysosome ni both plant cell and animal cell have the lysosome. Jadi lysosome ni very important function. For example, in the white blood cell. Okay, white blood cell, or other name we call as a leukocyte. White blood cell ni for body defense, untuk pertahanan badan. Jadi function lysosome ni evolve actively in the phagocytosis process in killing the microorganism, especially for the white blood cell. Kategori dia, type dia neutrophil dan monocyte, ataupun neutrophil and monocyte. Cikgu sebut ni bukan apa, nak biasakan kamu dengar perkataan-perkataan ni. Jadi bila kita pertama kali dengar, kita rasa macam pelik, very unique, very rare. Okay, never heard about it. But then if you used to it, bila kita terbiasa dengan perkataan-perkataan tu, it easier for us to remember. Okay, dia lagi mudah untuk kita dengar lah. Jadi lysosome, here lysosome, here we have the lysosome, and then the nucleus. Okay, nucleus at the middles. In the description, the largest component of the cell. Jadi nucleus, they evolve, both plant cell and animal cell have the nucleus. The nucleus, okay, the nucleus, dia consists of nuclear membrane. Okay, the structure here surrounding the nucleus is nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane have the nuclear pore. Okay, dia ada lubang-lubang dia, nuclear pore. Lubang-lubang tu nuclear pore. Nuclear membrane, at the nuclear membrane dia ada nuclear pore. Kemudian inside the nucleus, they have the nuclear plasm. Macam cytoplasm, nuclear plasm. Okay, nuclear ke nucleo, nucleoplasm. Nanti ada dalam description kat bawah ni, cikgu ada tulis lah, okay, tentang nucleus ni. Don't worry too much lah. Nuclear plasm, nucleoplasm, nucleo. Tahu pronunciation-nya. Kamu janganlah gelak kat cikgu, tak upayalah. Lidah ni Melayu teruk, okay? Melayu dia teruk sungguh. And then inside they have the genetic material. Yang warna hitam ni genetic material lah. For human we have 46 chromosome or 46 chromatin. In the normal condition we call as a chromosome lah. Okay, dalam keadaan-keadaan tertentu kita panggil dia chromatin. Dalam keadaan-keadaan tertentu kita panggil dia homologous chromosome. Keadaan-keadaan tertentu kita panggil dia sister chromatid. All of this, when we learn about cell division, we need to understand where is the part we call them as chromatin, sister chromatid, homologous chromosome. Dia ada bahagian-bahagiannya yang kita panggil. And then they have a structure here. Okay, yang kamu nampak tu we call as a nucleus. Okay, nucleus ni function dia more on the synthesis of ribosome and other things lah ya. Ada banyak lah, kalau nak cerita dia memang very complicated. Tapi our direction, our line here basically textbook. Okay, sebenarnya kalau kamu tak beli nota cikgu pun tak apa, kamu bacalah buku textbook ni. Cuma buku textbook ni masalahnya apa? Jadi kamu tengok dalam buku textbook ni, untuk cerita tentang sel saja, muka surat 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 structure and function of animal cell and plant cell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 muka surat. Jadi cikgu berjaya kumpulkan 5 muka surat ni dalam 2 muka surat lebih kurang. Jadi kita compactkan all information tu in 2 pages sahaja. Sebab ada bahagian-bahagian tu yang tak penting, kemudian dia tak guna sepenuhnya ruang lah. Biasalah nak bagi menarik kan. Jadi cikgu simplify all the notes ni in more structural way and organized way. It compact into 2 pages compared to textbook 5 pages. Kita pulang lah. Kamu nak beli pun tak apa, tak beli pun tak apa. Okay, jangan risau sangat lah, cikgu tak risau pun. Okay. The main objective is to help you understand, untuk bantu kamu dapat faham lah. Adalah sikit sebanyak pahala kat cikgu situ. Okay, and then we have the ribosome. Jadi ribosome, okay, ribosome easily we remember it attached to the rough endoplasmic reticulum yang hijau ni. Rough endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosome attached to rough endoplasmic reticulum. We call this as a dependent ribosome. Okay, dependent ribosome, it attached to the rough endoplasmic reticulum. And we have the free ribosome, independent ribosome, maybe inside the nucleus or at the cytoplasm. Okay, jadi kamu tak been detail out lah about the independent ribosome ni. Yang kita belajar specifically is at the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Why we call as a rough endoplasmic reticulum? We see it as a roughly. Kita nampak dia kasar, permukaan dia kasar, seolah-olah macam jalan tar ni. Okay, berbanding dengan jalan simen. Rough sebab apa? Sebab permukaan dia tu ada ribosome. Endoplasmic reticulum, we have the rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Jadi kamu kalau nak cerita tentang rough endoplasmic reticulum, sebutlah rough endoplasmic reticulum ya. Jangan sebut endoplasmic reticulum sahaja. It will be very difficult for certain people or certain examiner need to decide whether to give you marks or not. Kita jangan biarkan examiner tu di tengah-tengah nak bagi markah dan tak bagi markah. Jadi bila kita biar dalam keadaan dia nak bagi markah, tak bagi markah, kemungkinan tak bagi markah tu ada. Kita kena biar dia dalam keadaan dia nak bagi markah, dia sepatutnya kena bagi markah, dan markah tu milik kita. Jadi bila kita make sure that we get the marks, then we will perform lah on the examination. And then we have the centriole. Okay, centriole ni specifically for the animal cell. Dia memang tidak ada di plant cell lah. Okay, centriole involved in cell division. Jadi dia ada formation of spindle fiber tu nanti involve the centriole. However, for plant cell they have no centriole. Dia tidak ada centriole. Okay. Kemudian untuk animal cell supposedly untuk humans dia tidak ada lah vakuol ya. Kemungkinan ada tu adalah secretory vesicle. Okay, dia tidak ada vakuol lah untuk animal cell, terutama sekali contohnya macam manusia. No lah, vakuol kita tak panggil dia pun vakuol. Tapi untuk ameba dan paramecium, walaupun cikgu tak setuju sangat penggunaan animal cell pada ameba dan paramecium ni, tapi buku teks dia consider as animal cell, jadi kita ikut buku teks. Follow the textbook, don't worry too much. Okay, jangan kamu pening kepala pula fikir sampai tak tidur malam. Tak payahlah ya. Kita pun tak belajar categorical of animal ni in detail. Jadi categorical alam-alam organism ni in detail. Pembahagian dia kepada alam plantae lah, animalia lah, macam-macam tu kita tak bahagian kepada microorganism apa semua tu kita tak belajar. Jadi jangan risau sangat lah. Jadi animal cell dia ada consider as amoeba and paramecium as animal cell that have a vacuole. Jadi animal cell pun ada vacuole, contractile vacuole. This vacuole will help in osmoregulation. Okay, vacuole ni help in osmoregulation. Okay, osmoregulation ni dia control water content inside the cytoplasm or inside the cell. Kemudian kita ada chloroplast. Jadi chloroplast ni for the plant cell. Specifically for plant cell, walaupun ada certain microorganism dia ada vakuole, dia ada chloroplast. Okay, dia ada chloroplast. Tapi tak apalah, tapi kita nak cerita in general, plant cell they have the chloroplast. Okay, they have the chloroplast. Jadi chloroplast ni function dia untuk photosynthesis. And then the cell wall. Okay, the cell wall for the plant cell. Untuk mikroorganisme pun sebenarnya mikroorganism, ada certain microorganism dia ada cell wall ya. Even ada certain microorganism they have the chloroplast. Jadi tak nak peningkan kamu, tapi nak cerita sajalah. Tapi basically dalam textbook ni dia nak cerita vakuole tu ada dekat animal cell but small. Tapi untuk plant cell ni dia large. Okay, dia large. Nanti kita tengoklah one by one the function. And then the similarities and the difference. Okay, the different, a little bit difference lah. Jadi hopefully you understand about the structure and also the naming part of the structure. Please make sure lah. First of all, when we see about the structure, we need to know about the name, and then we go to the function. Okay. Jadi kalau student biology ni sebut tentang mitokondria ni, terus terbayang dalam kepala otak dia, the generate energy in form of ATP. Okay, in form of ATP. Dan bentuk dia macam mana? Dia ada inner folded membrane. Inner folded membrane. Okay. Cikgu guna bahasa Inggeris ni, cikgu harap kamu boleh ikut lah ya. Okay. Sebab kadang-kadang bila tambah-tambah orang Melayu lah, jadi bila sebut tentang inner folded, dia tak tahu folded tu apa. Jadi berlipat-lipat. Kan? Cikgu tak mampulah nak pergi translate setiap satu perkataan tu. Hopefully you understand lah. Cikgu pun guna perkataan bahasa Inggeris yang paling mudah sekali bagi cikgu lah. Okay, paling mudah sekali bagi cikgu. Hopefully you understand. Cikgu pun risau juga, kan, bukan sebab apa, takut it's too much, terlalu banyak sangat bagi kamu. Okay.